Recently, boxing fans, we lost an all time great. I'm talking about Big George Foreman. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fight fans of all ages, let's honour the big man's memory by travelling back in time to the 1970s and dropping Big George Foreman in today's heavyweight division. I'm talking Prime George, Wrecking Ball George, the man who hit like a truck and took souls for fun. How would he fare against today's top heavyweights? Let's find out. First, the fringe contenders, like British heavyweight boss Fabio Wardley. We all know that Wardley loves a firefight, but a firefight with George Foreman is suicide. We all know how this ends with Wardley's lights put out. Next up, Zhilei Zhang. Zhang is dangerous, fast hands, big power, but Foreman sinks him with brutal body shots until he folds like a deck chair. No doubt. Deontay Wilder. Wilder might be a big puncher, but listen, if Tyson Fury can bully him, then Big George would absolutely daddy him. Too light, too fragile, Foreman flattens him. So fringe contenders have been swept aside with ease. Big George steps into the top 10. And at number 10, according to the Ring magazine, we have F.A. Jagbe. A Jagbe is a puncher, no doubt, but he lacks the technical skills to keep Foreman off him. He gets bashed up and stopped inside 6 one-sided rounds. I see the ring as Fabio Wardley at number 9. No problem, he gets knocked out again. Number 8, Filip. Herkovic is strong, durable, mobile, and has a good right hand. But if Zhang can back him up, if Dubois can back him up, then Foreman steamrolls him with them stiff jabs and straight right hands. He'd be lucky to last 6 rounds. And number 7, we have Martin Bakole. A big lump, heavy hands, but way too open. If Joseph Parker can knock him loopy, Foreman sparks him out cold. Number 6, we have Zhilei Zhang again. Well, he gets stopped again too. Brutal body shots, early night, off you go. Number 5, Anthony Joshua. Now we're talking. AJ would try to keep it long, drop him right hands in, but his chin's too brittle, his hands are too low. And Foreman, he'd march through him and leave him in a heap. Bad matchup for AJ. He's out there within 5 rounds. Make that 3. In fact, make that 2. In fact, make that 1. Number 4, Agit Kabayel. Now, Kabayel is an interesting one. Strength, consistency, body punching. It could be all wrong for Foreman. But until he proves himself against the elite, I can't take that bet. He got knocked down by Zhang, so educated guess, Foreman wrecks him. Number 3, Joseph Parker. Now, Parker, solid, durable, consistent. He could give Foreman problems. If young Foreman had old Foreman's brain, he wins this soundly. But Parker would have to take a hell of a kicking just to reach those later rounds. And if he couldn't survive the agonizingly slow Joe Joyce, he won't last against Big George. Number 2, we have Daniel Dubois. Double D would be game. He'd box and move for a couple of rounds before getting aggressive. But if a stiff jab undid him against Joyce, Foreman's jab would be a nightmare. He wouldn't go without a fight, but he gets broken down. Number 1, Tyson Fury. Wow, what a fight. The Gypsy King wouldn't go head to head with Foreman. He's too smart for that. He'd box, move, lean on Foreman, drain him, and pop in some sharp body shots. This could look a lot like Fury versus Wilder 1. Long spells of Fury outboxing him, but here's the difference. Foreman isn't Wilder. He knows how to cut the ring off, and when he lands clean. Unlike Usyk and Wilder, Foreman stops Fury. And finally, the champ, the genius, the magician, Oleksandr Usyk. Now, this is an all-time great fight. Question is, how does Foreman approach it? If he tries to box early, he gets outmaneuvered by the quicker, slicker Ukrainian. So he has to go full throttle, push the matter, rough Usyk up. He could boss the early rounds, but Usyk is a master of adjustments. By the middle rounds, Foreman starts flagging, Usyk raises his game, maybe even drops him, which could lead to a decision win for Usyk. However, on the flip side, Usyk has just one weakness, body punches, and Foreman was a brutal body puncher. Do you think Usyk could stand up to the body punches that Muhammad Ali did in Zaire? Absolutely not. Usyk would need to be mobile all night long. So does Usyk win this one? Very possibly. Without question, Foreman gets his toughest test here. I'm going to have to go with Usyk on this one by late stoppage, but I'm far from convinced. Fight fans, let me know in the comments who you think would win this absolute corker of a fight. And so there you have it. 70s George Foreman versus today's heavyweights. Plenty of knockouts, a few wars, a couple of guys who could really push him. How do you see it playing out? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe to The Fight Fan, and stay tuned for more boxing greatness.